up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't joined us before, my name is Albert from the Hobby Gunsmith, and today we are going to be working with the Sharps Bros chassis for the Ruger Gen 2 Predator. Sharps Bro was very kind to provide us with their Heatseeker chassis for the Ruger Gen 2 Predator, and I'm excited to drop this guy on there. So this chassis is completely milled aluminum, comes nicely boxed with instructions, but look how sexy this thing is. I'm excited. It's all billet machined aluminum, and it's amazing because now we got a handguard added to the mix, and it's just going to change the complete look of our build. So I'm excited to get this guy on. So let's start off by taking off our old stock and getting ready for the chassis install. Quick thing, as always, I'm gonna open up our bolt. Nothing in the chamber, nothing in our rifle. We are safe to commence. Just gonna take out my bolt as we don't need it right now. So first thing first is we want to remove our stock from our receiver. To do so, we're just gonna get our magazine catch out of the stock because we don't need it in place, because there is two screws to take down this rifle. There's the front screw and the rear screw, which is sitting right behind our mag catch. Now it's just easier for me to remove it than to go through the mission of trying to get behind it. So we're just going to use our roll pin punch and a little ball peen hammer, and I'm going to smack this guy out. Now keep in mind you got a spring right behind it, so when you take out your punch there is some tension. Remove your spring and catch. That gives us access to our two screws. Now the screws are metric, they're 4.5 metric, so we're going to unscrew our two bolts. Alright, so we take off our front screw. Our stock is off. Now be careful when you take it off because our insert does come out and you have your screws in there. You don't want to lose those screws. I'm going to set this guy aside for now. And if you notice, we have our Timney trigger installed. So if you haven't checked out that video, check out our recent playlist. We have our install of our trigger into our project. So just plugging that in. So we're going to bring out our scale, and we're going to, let's change this to pounds. So start off with this guy. So we are at a pound and let's call it 13 ounces. I'm just balancing this guy on here. Yeah, a pound and 12 ounces on the factory stock. It's about the same. So our chassis is actually about the same in weight. I thought it was going to be a lot heavier just because it was that billet aluminum, but it's about the same, dude. Good job, Sharps Brothers. We have everything we need on the bench right now. We have our screws, our bolts, installation tool, our two V-blocks, our main chassis, and our handguard. All right, so same thing as with the factory stock. One of the screws is behind our mag catch. So this one you actually have a little bit more access to once we do this function and push that mag catch forward. And they do provide you with a tool that has the ball end on it, so you can actually go in there at an angle to be able to tighten that up. So that is very important and very awesome that they included that tool. We're going to start off by inserting our V-blocks into our chassis. I'm going to grab our receiver, put in our receiver into our chassis, and we're going to putting our main screws into it. So both screws are the same size. Let's get that guy started in there by hand. Our rear screw, drop it in. I have my screwdriver, adapter. We're gonna push forward on our mag release, and then we can, and I feel like that is tight enough. Per Sharps Brothers instructions, We already got that snugged in there, but we're going to torque it down between 60 and 80 inch-pounds. So we're gonna go 70 to just be in between. So I got my Wheeler fat wrench out, and I'm gonna calibrate this guy up to 70 pounds. Start with the back, and there we go. Click means we are at torque. And let's do the same to the front. There we go. And we are torqued. Remember, after you're done using your torque tool, take the tension off, because you will wear it out with the tension if you store it that way. You will get it out of calibration and wear out your tool quicker. Now that we have this set up, now we put on our handguard, which we just slide over our barrel and bring all the way home. Oh, this thing is looking sexy. And then we have our 2 retaining screws, which are flat-headed. Okay, and these we have to torque down to 20 inch-pounds as per manufacturer's recommendations. Get our screw. I'm gonna start the back one first. I'm not gonna snug it up yet, just gonna put it in. Same thing with our front screw. Put it in, and now we're gonna torque it 20 inch-pounds and 20 inch-pounds. We are good. It's already looking insane. This looks nothing like what we started with in this series. So the great thing about these chassis on the Heatseeker is, other than it looking just insanely badass, you have the option of throwing on an AR grip on it. So you got a standard AR grip you can slap on there, whichever model you like. If you like 90-degree, angled, you have options. So any AR style grip will fit on there. And then our setup, our chassis, we actually went with a 1913 Picatinny style back, so we can put in a folding stock adapter that we wanted to run on this build, just to keep it compact and at the same time make it look sleek. So they do bring 2 options on the Heatseeker chassis. They have the 1913 style back, and they have your traditional mil-spec buffer tube back, where you can just screw on a mil-spec buffer tube onto your chassis. So we opted out for the 1913 just because the build that I was going after is going to use a specific stock for this, and it looks better in my opinion. So let's continue. Let's slap on our pistol grip. At this point, we have a pistol. We got our pistol grip on there, and next in line is our stock. We went with the Strike Industry stock. It is a folding stock. So we got our nice little collapsible stock. Gonna slap our bolt in. Sorry, so we got our bolt in. Our stock is in place. Got our guys set up nice and right. Our bolt cycled great in there, and just the new angle of having a pistol grip on this, I feel like this was the way to go. It honestly feels like a completely different rifle. I'm excited to take this guy out to the range, but first we're going to do a couple more upgrades. I want to give it a little splash of color, because as you can tell, it's vanilla right now, right? Chocolate technically, because it's black, but hey, it's vanilla. All right, we're playing right now. We got to make a few other upgrades. So stay tuned for this coming Wednesday, where we're going to slap on a few more accessories, more aesthetics, more than anything else, to brighten up this guy before we take it out to the range and get some baseline to see if we improved or if it didn't make a difference as far as accuracy with our upgrades. But so far, I mean, this guy, it's a completely different rifle at this point. Like, this guy just feels right now. I feel more accurate with it. I mean, we have a folding stock now. Pretty cool. Compact. So we got our folding stock. This this guy feels right, honestly. Stay tuned for Wednesday, where we will release new upgrades that we're gonna do before we take it out to the range. As always, guys, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell notification so YouTube lets you know when we release new content on our channel. As always, I'll leave links down below for all the tools and equipment that we use on our videos, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.